Ryan Gass here at PTPGun.com, and today I'm here to talk to you about new gun control in Maryland, specifically SB1 from 2023. This bill does several things, and if you're not sitting down, you need to. Also, if you want to reference this bill, I have a simplified version of this bill. I've simply gone and taken the bill and I cut out all the parts of the bill that are stricken from the bill and I placed it in a order. I made it so it had easy flow and easy to understand. You didn't have to sift through all the crap. That is on our blog, but I put the link to that blog in the description below of this video, so go ahead and look at that if you want to, and you can reference exactly what I'm saying, what I'm talking about as we go along. So let's go ahead and get into it. Also, if you haven't done so yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be doing more videos on SB1 as well as several other gun control bills that Maryland has now passed. So let's go ahead and get started. If you are looking at our blog as we're going through this video, go ahead and scroll down to the part that says the bill, what liberties have been stolen from you. So first, a person may not wear, carry, or transport a firearm in an area for children or vulnerable adults. And if you're following again with the blog, you can now go scroll back up to the top where it says definitions. So how does Maryland define an area for children and vulnerable adults? Well, it means a preschool or kindergarten facility or the grounds of the facility, a private primary or secondary school or the grounds of the school, a youth camp, a healthcare facility, or a location that is being used as a shelter for runaway youth. Alright, and I'll be going back and forth like that. As needed, I will be defining certain things, and you can all find all this information in that blog article in the description below. But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. I'll be back.
A person may not wear, carry, or transport a firearm in a government or public infrastructure area. How do they define that? Government or public infrastructure area means a building or any part of a building owned or leased by a unit of the state or local government, a building of a public or private institution of higher education, a location that is currently being used as a polling place or for canvassing ballots, an electric plant or electric storage facility, a gas plant, or a nuclear power plant facility. That's actually pretty interesting. I might have to do another video on that because I think that they just shot themselves in the foot. Now, for a government or public infrastructure area specified in this law, they must display a clear and conspicuous signage at the main entrance of the building or part of the building that is owned or leased by the unit of the state or local government, indicating that it is not permissible to wear, carry, or transport a firearm in the building or part of that building. A person may not wear, carry, or transport a firearm in a special purpose area. A special purpose area means a location that is licensed to sell or dispense alcohol or cannabis for on-site consumption, including a stadium, a museum,
What's up? What's up? Oh, well, take a walk with me and I'll show you, Mr. What's Up. Come on. So, would you kindly do me the favour of explaining this? Wow! Let's all laugh at me, the comedy night guard. No.
How many museums have you seen that sell alcohol and weed? It's a pretty cool museum, though. A location being used for an authorized sporting or athletic activity? Does that mean that guns are banned at shooting competitions? A live theater performance? A music concert or performance for which members of the audience are required to pay or possess a ticket to be admitted, or an amusement park? A fair or carnival? A racetrack? a video lottery facility. Now let's go ahead and take a moment to clarify what this law does not prohibit. It does not prohibit the wearing, carrying, or transporting of a handgun by a person who is authorized at the time and under circumstances to wear, carry, transport the handgun as a part of the person's official equipment and is a law enforcement officer or a law enforcement official of the United States, the state, or a county or city of the state, a member of the armed forces of the United States or the National Guard on duty or traveling to or from duty, a law enforcement official of another state or subdivision of another state temporarily in this state on a official business, a correctional officer or warden of a correctional facility in the state, a sheriff or full-time assistant or deputy sheriff of the state, a temporary or part-time sheriff's deputy. The wearing, carrying, or transporting of a handgun in compliance with any limitations posed under 5 Tax 307 of the Public Safety Article by a person whom a permit to wear, carry, or transport a handgun has been issued under Title V. The carrying of a handgun on the person or in a vehicle while the person is transporting the handgun to or from a place of legal purchase, sale, or from bona fide repair shop, bona fide residence of the person, or between the residences of the person. If the business is operated and essentially owned and operated by the person, if the handgun is unloaded and carried in an enclosed case or enclosed holster. The wearing, carrying, and transporting by a person of a handgun used in connection with an organized military activity, a target shoot, like our training classes, formal or informal target practice, that could fall under our classes as well, sports shooting event, some of our classes would fall into that as well, hunting, a Department of Natural Resources sponsored firearms and hunter safety class, trapping, or a dog obedience training class or show while the person is engaged in, on the way to, or returning from that activity if the handgun is unloaded and carried in an enclosed case or enclosed holster. Moving a bona fide gun collector of a part or all of the gun collector's collection from place to place for public or private exhibition if the handgun is unloaded and carried in an enclosed case or enclosed holster. The wearing, carrying, and transporting of a handgun by a person on real estate that the person owns or leases, or where the person resides, or within the confines of a business establishment that the person owns or leases. The wearing, carrying, or transporting of a handgun by a supervisory employee in the course of their employment within the confines of the business in which the supervisory employee is employed, when it's so authorized by the owner or the manager of the business. The carrying or transporting of a signal pistol or other visual distress signal approved by the U.S. Coast Guard in a vessel on the waterways or the state, or a signal pistol or other visual distress signal unloaded and carried in an enclosed case in the vehicle. The wearing, carrying, and transporting of a handgun by a person who is carrying a court order requiring the surrender of the handgun and the handgun is unloaded. The person has notified law enforcement unit, barracks, or station that the handgun is being transported in accordance with the law or the court order. The person transports the handgun directly to the law enforcement unit or barracks or station. So let's go ahead and take a look at who is above the law, who this law does not apply to. It does not apply to law enforcement officials, a police officer of the United States, the state, or a local law enforcement agency of the state, an on-duty employee of a law enforcement agency authorized by the agency to possess firearms on duty, or whose duty assignment involves the possession of firearms, a member of the armed forces of the United States or the National Guard or the uniformed services on duty or traveling to or from duty, a member of an ROTC program while participating in an activity for an ROTC program, a law enforcement official of another state or subdivision of another state, temporarily in this state on official business, a correctional officer or warden of a correctional facility in the state, a sheriff or full-time assistant or deputy sheriff of the state, a railroad police officer, an employee of an armored car company, if the person is active within the scope of their employment and has a valid permit to wear, carry, transport a handgun, an off-duty law enforcement official or a person who's retired as a law enforcement official in the good standing from a law enforcement agency of the United States, the state, or another state, or a local unit of the state, or another state, who possesses a firearm. The official or person is displaying the official's or person's badge or credential in compliance with requirements of the badge or credential. The firearm is carried and possessed by the official or person, is concealed from view under or within an article of the official's or person's clothing. The official or person is authorized to carry a handgun under the laws of the state of the United States. An official or person that possesses a valid permit to wear, carry, transport a handgun. Or a person is concealing from view under or within an article of the official's or person's clothing for a location that is not owned or leased by a state or political subdivision of the state. The owner or lessee of a location, or a person who is authorized by the owner or lessee of a location to wear, carry, or transport a firearm at the location for the purpose of employment as a security guard licensed of the business occupations article, or protecting any individual or property at the location without an express agreement between the parties, remuneration or compensation, or a location being used with the permission of the person or governmental unit that owns or leases or controls the location for an organized shooting activity for educational purposes, a historical demonstration using a firearm, hunting or target shooting, a firearm that is being carried or transported in a motor vehicle if the firearm is in a locked container, a handgun that is worn, carried, or transported in compliance with any limitations of the law. Now, the law has not been signed, or the bill has not been signed into law just yet. It could happen any moment now. All right? So until then, you need to go ahead and you need to contact the governor's office. Don't contact your delegates or senators. They already screwed up for us. You need to contact the governor's office. At that blog that I posted in the link below, at the top of that blog, there is contact information for the governor himself, his chief of staff, his assistant chief of staff, his policy advisor, his director of communications, and the senior advisor to him. Their contact information is down there. Their cell phone numbers, the mailing address, their email addresses. You need to go ahead and contact them right now, or it may be over. But it is not over till it's over. And when it is over, I'll update in the description of the video below, letting you know this has now been signed into law. Now, this law doesn't go into effect until October 1 of 2013. So, yeah, we need to start working on things. Assuming that they sign this into law, we need to go ahead and start making progress and making sure that when October 1 comes, this doesn't hinder us as much as they were hoping. We need to get out to the businesses. We need to get out to residences, and we need to distribute stickers that say lawful concealed carry is permitted on this premises. That lawful concealed carry is authorized on this premises. We are getting stickers developed now. We're getting them made now, and we're going to start distributing them as soon as we get them in. Hopefully in the next 2 weeks. But once we get those in, you need to get those put at every freaking business, every residence, because this deals with businesses and residences, not just not just businesses. All right. They don't have to have a sign up saying that it is a gun-free zone. No. In order for you to carry there, they have to have a sign saying that they want you to carry there, that you carrying a firearm is authorized and or permitted. All right. That is what we need to have happen. If there's no sign, you can't carry there. If there's a sign saying no guns allowed, you can't carry there. If there's a sign that does say that you are permitted, that you are authorized to carry there, then you are authorized to carry there under this law. All right? If you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button for our channel, because we will be posting more videos on this law as well as other laws that they are going to be passing and putting into place here in Maryland. It's not just about us. It's about the next generation. If we don't fight for our rights now, what will they have left? What will America look like when they're having kids and they're out there working and they're out there paying taxes and they're out there just trying to survive? The time is now, people. The time is now.